Okay, here's our lesson on arithmetic sequences. For these sequences, we're looking at patterns. So the first example says find the next three terms. You have 1, 3, 5, 7. What do you think those next three terms are going to be? Would be 9, 11, and 13. Remember, you should have printed out these pages already so you can fill in the blanks here. And is there a common difference? What do you see happening with 1, 3, 5, 7? And there is a common difference, and it is +2. So the next one is find the next three terms, 12, 8, 4, 0. What's happening there? Is there a common difference? Is there some kind of pattern? You'll find that there is, and it's a -4. So the next term will be -4, then -8, and then -12. Now the next one, we have 1, 4, 9, and 16. Is there a common difference? Is there something that's happening that's the same to get from one number to the next in this pattern? There isn't a common difference, but there is a pattern. If you go from 1 to 4, you'll notice that we have a +3. And going from 4 to 9, you have a +5. And from 9 to 16, it's a +7. So what do you think the next term is going to be? It's going to be a +9. So we'd have 25, and then it would be a +11. That would be 36. And then the last one will be +13, which would give you 49. Now, if there is no pattern, like -4, -2, 1, 5, 12, those are just random numbers. You would just write down no arithmetic sequence. And you can work on page 275, numbers 2, 4, 9, and 10. You can do those in your spiral on the left-hand side of the page. Now we have an example here. What's the relationship between the x and y values? So there's a couple ways we could look at it. We could say, well, the x's are all increasing by 1, and the y's are increasing by 2. If you notice here, we have a +2, +2, +2. And we touched upon this a little bit in our last section when we were talking about functions. So we have y equals, take a look. We've also got a nice little relationship going from here to here. What do you notice happening from here to here? We have multiplying. So y equals 2x. And that's the relationship between the x and y values. All right, let's take a look at the questions that we're going to go along with. Find the y value for the fifth term. Well, this here is the first term, hence the 1. This is the second term. This is the third term. And this is the fourth term. Now you could easily just extend this down and say, well, then the fifth term must be 10. Or you could take that 5 for the x value and put it in right here and say 2 times 5, and that's going to give you that y value of 10. That's an easy one to extend, but take a look at 120th. You really don't want to bring it out 120 times, so going back and taking the x value of 120, so you have y equals, 2 times 120, and you'll get your answer of 240. So now here's another example. Find the 22nd term for 6, 8, 10, 12. So we can set this up and extend the table, which will take a very long time, or we can fill in a chart and figure out the equation. So 6, the first term, is 6. The second term is 8. The third term is 10. And the fourth term is 12. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the common difference. What's happening from here to here? This is going up by 2. This is going up by 2. And this is going up by 2. Oops, sorry. Erase that. But if you try to go across, you could say times 6, but 2 times 6 isn't going to get you to 8. So here's our clue. This is a 2. It's going to be y equals 2x. So now we can go back and think 2 times the 1 for the x. And we're going to have to add something to it because 6 is bigger. So y equals 2 plus what will get me to that y value of 6. So 6 equals 2 plus a question mark. If you subtract 2 from both sides, you'll find out that 4 will equal that question mark. So our equation is y equals 2x plus 4. Let's see if this works if we substitute the 2 in for the x. Y equals 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 4 gives you 8. And let's see if I can get that screen back. Yes, thank goodness. Let's try it with the 3. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 4 is 10. And then 2 times 4 is 8, plus 4 is 12. So it looks like y equals 2x plus 4 is going to work. So therefore we can take the 22 from up here and do y equals 2 times 22 plus 4. And 2 times 22 is 44. Plus 4 is 48. So that should give us our 22nd term. I'm going to stop this and we'll get on to another page in a minute.